You didn't click this by accident. Something in you paused before this even started. Not loudly, not dramatically, just enough to make you feel like, wait, what is this? That feeling isn't random, because lately, things haven't been moving the way they used to. Not forward, not backward, just quiet. And it's a strange kind of quiet. Not peaceful, not chaotic, just unfamiliar. Like you're standing in a room where something just ended. But nothing new has started yet. And that space, that in-between space, that's where this begins. You've probably been trying to figure it out. Why certain things stop working? Why certain people feel distant now? Why the version of your life that once made sense suddenly feels slightly off? Not wrong, just no longer yours. And part of you keeps asking, did I miss something? But here's what's actually happening. You didn't miss it. You felt it. Before it had a name. There's a moment most people overlook right before something new enters your life. There's a quiet rearranging that happens underneath everything. Not visible, not obvious, but precise. Things start loosening. Attachments that once felt permanent begin to feel optional. Paths you were sure about start to feel heavy. And it's confusing because nothing is technically wrong, but it's not right either. And that tension you feel, that's not you being lost, that's you being moved. What makes this moment difficult is that it doesn't come with clear instructions. No signal that says this is the turning point. Instead, it shows up like this, subtle, almost easy to ignore. You keep going through your routines. You answer messages. You show up where you're supposed to, but something inside you isn't fully there anymore. Like you've already started leaving, even if your life hasn't caught up yet. And this is usually where people try to fix it. They push harder. They try to bring things back to how they were. They look for clarity in places that used to give them answers, but it doesn't land the same because you're not meant to go back into something you've already started outgrowing, even if it still looks familiar, even if it still makes sense on paper, even if part of you wants it to stay. There's a quiet shift happening in how you respond to things. You're not reacting the same way. What used to pull you in doesn't have the same grip. What used to matter deeply now feels lighter, not because you don't care, but because something deeper in you is changing what deserves your care. And that's where most people get it wrong. They think this feeling means something is falling apart, but it's not collapse, it's separation. You're starting to separate from a version of your life that can't follow you where you're going next. And it doesn't happen all at once. It happens like this, quietly, gradually, almost unnoticeable, until one day you realize you don't fit in the same spaces anymore. Not because those spaces are bad, but because you've changed shape. And here's the part no one tells you. This phase can feel empty, not in a painful way, but in a stripped down way, like something has been cleared before anything new has been placed there. And your mind will try to fill that space quickly, with distractions, with old habits, with anything that makes things feel certain again. But rushing this part is how people miss what's actually trying to begin. Because something is beginning, not loudly, not all at once, but it's already in motion. You can feel it in small ways. A different kind of thought, a new curiosity, a sense that there's more available to you, even if you can't fully see it yet. That's not imagination. That's alignment starting to shift. The reason this found you right now is because you're in that exact space where awareness matters more than action. Not everything needs to be chased. Some things need to be noticed. And this is one of those moments where the most important thing isn't forcing clarity, but recognizing that something is already unfolding beneath you. You don't need to rush forward. You don't need to figure everything out today. You don't even need to be completely sure what's changing, but you do need to stop ignoring what you've been feeling. That quiet knowing, that sense that something is shifting even if you can't explain it. Because the moment you start trusting that feeling, even slightly, things begin to open in ways that don't respond to force. Opportunities feel different, conversations land differently, decisions become clearer without overthinking them. Not because everything suddenly makes sense, but because you've stopped resisting what's already in motion. And this is the part where everything starts to turn. Not dramatically, not instantly, but undeniably. You begin to notice that the things leaving your life aren't being taken from you. They're making space. You begin to see that the confusion wasn't a dead end. It was a transition point. You begin to feel that the version of you who was trying to hold everything together isn't the version of you that moves forward from here. And once that clicks, even just a little, you stop trying to go back. You stop trying to force what's fading. You stop trying to explain something that was never meant to be logical. And that's when the shift becomes real. Because now, you're not waiting for something to start. You're recognizing that it already has, quietly, subtly, but unmistakably. So if this found you, right here, in this exact moment, don't brush it off. Don't scroll past the feeling like it's nothing. Because this is what the beginning feels like before it becomes obvious.